them. The theme is always hope that there are brighter times ahead. This poem tells that childhood with its high imaginative vision is in many ways preferred over adult depends on facts and reasons. If immersive childhood in romance can be imaged as matter, the matter from the poem is irregular, regular, tetramater, iambic does not reinforce the emotional impact of picture. The tone from the poem are reminiscence and depressed, but then optimistic. Reminiscence. This poem contains the memory of the moment, a lovely childhood full of imagination in the future. Then depressed. The poem tells the story. The repetition. Repetition from the poem are three words. They are shake, wing, and time. Shake in lines 3 and 12. Wing in lines 2 and 16. Time in lines 14 and 18. Stanza. The poem consists of 2 stanzas and 21 lines. First stanza consists of 10 lines, and second stanza consists of 11 lines.
The symbolism of this poem, the first is paraquet, its reflection, a beautiful and a small depicting a happy and a colorful childhood, and the second is Skanderbeg, its reflection on the adulthood and the difficulty of a time when adults older. The majority of this poem are in the third and the fourth line. It's imagine of using eyes to see something among the green leaves as they shake, further within some shadowy lake. Thus imagine someone who sees something. The rhyme of this poem is the repetition of sounds, and in this poem we know that almost of the line has the end rhyme because the rhyme has the same sound in the end. The rhythm of this poem is the beat of the poem, and we know that almost of these lines consist of 2 syllables, so almost of this poem called as iambic and trochaic rhythm. The figurative language of this poem is the first simile. Simile is the comparison between two. Among the green leaves as they shake, in the third line of the first stanza, is compared between green leaves and the shake. The second is metaphor, an implied comparison between two usually unrelated things. In this poem, we can see on the 5th line, to me a painted paraquet. It's compared of the painted paraquet and me. The third is hyperbole, an exaggeration for the shake of enthusiasm. We found on the second line of the second stanza. So shake the very heaven on high. That's an exaggeration. The last is personification. It's giving human characteristics to the object. Of this poem, we found in the first line of the first stanza, Romance who loves to note and sing. It's giving character of romance can love and sing. The critical approach of this poem is used the psychological approach. It's because the poem talks about the author's life